a king became very ill, and the prince suddenly found himself with two major challenges. Not only he had to become the future king, but he also needed to find a wife. So he sent out a general invitation to all the women who thought they could be their future queen. Amongst this beautiful and rich women, there was a poor woman who knew she had no chance against the other contestants. Yet she also knew that this was her only chance that she would be very close to the man who she always loved. So they stood before the throne, forming a long line. The horns and the trumpets announced the prince. He stepped down from the throne and gave each contestant a glance in their eyes and a seed in their hand. He went back to the throne and said, "In the near future, I will call you, and whoever brings me the most beautiful flower will be your future queen." The rich women made research, bought special soil and the most beautiful vase they could find to blossom their flower. Yet the poor woman thought she was doing something wrong, because no flower blossomed from her seed. The prince called them back. They formed a long line holding their vases. The horns and the trumpets announced his presence. He stepped down from the throne and gave each contestant a glance in their eyes and a look at their vase. He went back to the throne, and then he proclaimed, "Your future queen will be the poor woman with the empty vase." Obviously, all the contestants protested. "You told us that we're supposed to bring you the most beautiful flower, yet you choose the woman with the empty vase. How could this be?" And he said, "That day I gave each one of you a defective seed, which was impossible for anything to blossom from that. So she brought to all of us to see, which I consider the most beautiful flower, which is the flower of honesty." Individuals argue that it is very hard to be honest. They say if you're honest with your buddies, you might lose their friendship. If you're honest at work, you might lose your job. And if you're honest with yourself, that is too hard work to do, because we have to change our ways. But that's not true whatsoever. On the long run, as long as we maintain a lie, the harder it will be when we have to face the truth. Therefore, be honest with your friend. Just make sure that when you choose to be frank with him, you add your ounce of truth diluted in a gallon of love. And be true to yourself, because as you have heard, if the truth shall set us free, a lie will keep us in prison, the prison of our imperfections. And there is no one that can set you free from that prison besides yourself.